Yo, what's up, everybody? Brandon Holmes here, one half of the BLOODS College GameTime podcast and YouTube channel. For the fans, by the fans, dropping live sports, college content every day, live streaming the show every Monday night, 8 p.m. Eastern. Listen, I am on vacation, but we got some news we need to hit. And so, excuse me, I don't have my full setup, but that doesn't mean you guys don't get fresh content every day. Listen, I know we always talk about college sports every week, but this is one of the biggest weekends in sports. It's Wild Card Saturday and Sunday. And I want to highlight a couple of former Michigan Wolverines who will be playing in this weekend's Wild Card advantage. Listen, first things first, you got the Las Vegas Raiders versus Cincinnati Bengals. Michigan Wolverine faithful, you remember my man Chris Evans, man, big playmaking running back from 2016 to 2020. Amazing story. The kid who got released from the team, took a year off being a janitor and coaching while he got his stuff in order to come back and compete, man. Big time, versatile running back. It's the guy who's playing in that game. The New England Patriots versus the Buffalo Bills. First guy I think of is my man, defensive end Chase Winovich, one of my favorite players in Michigan history. He'll be playing there at defensive end. You got offensive tackle Michael Owanhu, who had a big-time rookie season last year. This year he served as a sixth offensive lineman with the New England Patriots. But he averages about 17.9 offensive snaps per game over the past 7 weeks. Also, New England is becoming like Ann Arbor 2.0. They also have defensive end Josh Uche. Uche comes off the bench, pass rush specialist. The kid can get to the quarterback. I'm super excited to see what happens with him as he gets into the game this year. Then on Sunday, the Philadelphia Eagles versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And that's right, we know the golden boy himself, our favorite guy, the man himself, the true Michigan man, Tom Brady, will be leading the Tampa Bay Buccaneers for a Super Bowl repeat in that game. Super excited to see Tommy B versus Aaron Rodgers. Going to be big-time playmaker. And then in the San Francisco 49ers versus Dallas Cowboys, got a couple of defensive backs there from the defensive backfield from Michigan. You got cornerback Ambry Thomas, a third-round pick this past spring, who actually got the game-winning interception last week against the Rams. Love Ambry. If you remember him, man, the dude went out going into his junior year, wasn't supposed to play, had lost something like 20 pounds in the offseason because he was sick in the hospital, gets out of the hospital early, puts the weight back on, and comes and starts and has a banner year for the Michigan Wolverines that year. We also have safety Gerard Wilson, who was signed by San Fran just over 2 weeks ago after he was released by the New York Jets. We also have defensive tackle Mo Hurst. Hurst has kind of been injury and dealing with a calf injury this year, but he was listed as a full participant in practice this week. So we could probably see him have some snaps on Sunday. On the other side of the ball, you got cornerback J.D. Jordan Lewis, the former All-American corner, most notably known as locking down half the field, and the big play one-handed interception floating in the air against Wisconsin. He plays a lot of snaps for that Dallas Cowboys defense. And then you also have tight end Sean McKeon, who went undrafted in 2020, but he's carved out a special teams role and a tight end role over there in Dallas for the Dallas Cowboys. And over the last 4 games, has had 4 catches for 27 yards and a touchdown. In the Pittsburgh Steelers versus Kansas City game, listen, you have some Michigan players in there. You have defensive end Frank Clark, not as productive over this last year, but you know it's a disruptive force for that team. You have defensive end Michael Dana for the Kansas City Chiefs. Remember, the former Central Michigan transfer who came into Michigan, played under Don Brown, put up big numbers. Now, this is an old school name for some of you guys. You might not remember. I remember my man, quarterback Chad Henne, the backup quarterback for the Kansas City Chiefs. He's going to be there in case anything happens to Patrick Mahomes. Then for the Steelers, one of my favorite linebacker, Devin Bush Jr., after missing the bulk of last season with a torn ACL. He's played in 14 games this year. He struggled a little bit, but I'm looking to see what he's going to do. And then also tight end Zach Gentry. Some of you guys remember him. He was part of Harbaugh's first recruiting class. He was actually a quarterback that came in, 6'7". They shifted him over to tight end. He's been very productive, but also they have also playing for them defensive tackle Chris Wormley, former Michigan captain, is having a career year in his 5th NFL season. He has 51 of his 133 tackles has come from there, and 7 of his 10.5 career sacks have happened this season. Big time year. And then also defensive end Taco Charlton will be playing. And then last but not least, Monday in the Arizona Cardinals versus Los Angeles Rams game, you got cornerback David Long, cornerback David Long, who came out, I believe, 2 years ago, and has a great year so far for the Los Angeles Rams. So, Michigan faithful, man, we actually lead the NFL with the institution that has the most former players playing in the playoffs this year, and I'm super excited to see how our former Wolverines perform. Until next time, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Take care. Peace.